Hey guys, it's Peter from Raffle Wolf Reviews, and today I'm going to be reviewing Left 4 Dead 2. Left 4 Dead 2 is a cooperative first-person shooter game, and is the sequel to Left 4 Dead, well, 1 surprisingly. It builds upon the cooperatively focused gameplay of the original Left 4 Dead, so this isn't really a game to play on your own. Like the original, Left 4 Dead 2 is set during the aftermath of an apocalyptic zombie pandemic, and focuses on 4 survivors fighting against hordes of the infected. The survivors must fight their way through levels, often crawling to the next safe house. These safe houses act as checkpoints within the game, and they have the final goal of reaching a rescue vehicle at the campaign's finale. The gameplay is procedurally altered by an AI engine, also known as the Director, that monitors the player's performance and alters the scenarios to provide a dynamic challenge for the players as they progress. Several new features have been introduced, such as new types of infected, melee weapons, and a story arc that connects each of the game's 5 campaigns together. Left 4 Dead 2 is set in the southern United States, starting in Savannah, Georgia, and ending in New Orleans, Louisiana. Left 4 Dead 2 introduces 4 new survivors, whose backstory is again provided through dialogue. Unlike the first game, where there is no significant story development, Left 4 Dead 2 features a story arc that helps convey and interconnect the storylines in the game. Although I found this rather loose, and you can easily lose all track of the story, and basically just focus on mauling the next moving thing you see, with your automatic rifle or your shotgun, because basically most of the gameplay consists of mowing down a wave of zombies running towards you, and probably then hacking yourself out of a zombie gore-filled rape fest. For gameplay and storyline, I'd give Left 4 Dead 2 a 7 out of 10. This game's fast pace doesn't allow for too much graphical analysis of surroundings, but I have to say I was pretty impressed with the environment. But I was blown away by the gore and graphical design of the infected. One well-placed shotgun shell made a zombie's head resemble a tomato sat on by a walrus, and left a mist of blood and brains hanging for a few seconds, obscuring the screen, then clearing to reveal your handiwork. Graphically, I'd give Left 4 Dead 2 an 8 out of 10. Survivors can carry one main weapon and either 1 or 2 pistols, or one of several melee weapons introduced in Left 4 Dead 2, such as frying pans or chainsaws, or even guitars if you wish to bash zombie brains with some really heavy metal. They also carry a flashlight, which can be used to maneuver in dark areas, but may startle the infected. You have weapons that are throwable, such as Molotov cocktails to set an area on fire, a pipe bomb modified with smoke alarm to attract a large number of infected before detonating, and new to Left 4 Dead 2, a vial containing boomer bile, which can be thrown at infected to cause them to turn on each other. A supply of weapons and items and additional ammunition are generally found at the start of each campaign and within safe houses, but also can be found scattered about the levels. The guns are well designed, and they basically do what they're supposed to do: point, click, make a loud noise, and blow holes in zombies. Apart from, there really isn't anything overly spectacular about the guns in Left 4 Dead 2. The same can't be said about the melee weapons, and like the famous tagline goes, when we run out of bullets, they will wish we hadn't. These really make the game for me. For shooting zombies from a distance, or even in close quarters, can become pretty repetitive and disconnected. But when the raging zombies are so close to you, you can see what they last had for dinner, which is normally one of your tarded teammates that get themselves killed, you can pull out your melee weapon and have a game of zombie pinata. I give the weapons and fight systems in Left 4 Dead 2 an 8 out of 10. As in the first game, an artificial intelligence system called the AI Director drives gameplay by procedurally spawning enemies, weapons, and items based on the player's performance. In Left 4 Dead 2, the Director has been improved to encourage more precipitation by players. Precipitation? Isn't that rain? Oh, never mind. Participation, that's what I meant. By forcing players to choose more difficult gauntlets to reach the extraction point. It also has the ability to alter elements of the level, such as placement of walls, level layout, lighting, and weather conditions, making each play session unique. The director now rewards players for taking longer or more difficult paths through each episode by providing more useful equipment, such as incendiary ammo along these riskier paths. These are helpful if you survive these riskier paths, but sometimes a couple of rounds aren't really worth half an hour of torment. The game's AI deserves a 9 out of 10. This one is actually artificial and intelligent. All in all, Left 4 Dead 2 is an excellent game if you're up for hours of endless fun to see how many different ways you can make a zombie's head explode with the use of a frying pan. Or even if you're a hardcore survivalist gamer, this game will challenge you to the limit and beyond. But seriously, play it with a friend. Sometimes your computer-controlled allies are more of a danger to you than the zombies. Left 4 Dead 2 gains an overall rating of 8.5 out of 10. That half mark is because this game actually made me laugh so much and was well worth buying. Check back soon for more reviews on Ruffle Waffle Reviews.